What's going on YouTube? Jeremy D motherfucking Glass, aka I'm motherfucking drunk, y'all. And today we are back with another WWE pay-per-view review. Pay-per-view review, yeah, that's right, pay-per-view review. And tonight's pay-per-view was WWE's 2020 Money in the Bank. And now, why, I know a lot of people like me, and a lot of people in general have been disappointed by the lack of fans in the stadium during these pay-per-views. I have to say there was some actually good spots during this pay-per-view that actually took me by surprise. First off, we'll start out with the tag team title match for the SmackDown tag team titles. Fatal 4-Way. New Day retains the titles. That was actually a very entertaining match. Then we move on to a couple other matches in the night. We have... Hang on, sorry, fixing something. We have the Bayley versus Tamina match. Really boring. Didn't enjoy that one. I was actually cooking during that because it was so boring. We move on to... there was an R-Truth versus MVP, which turned into an R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley. Really weird spot there. I don't know what they got planned with Bobby Lashley. I hope they start doing something a little bit more clarification on what they're actually going to do with him. Let that storyline play out. And then we move on to... What else do we have? Honestly, I can't remember half the matches we had. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to get on to the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. That was actually a good match, like from a wrestling technical standpoint. Drew McIntyre came out on top during that. That was a good match. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Honestly, didn't impress me too much. I think the way they're setting up the story, though, I think there's going to be another match between them two, but as The Fiend versus Strowman, which I would be excited for to see if that's how they're setting this up. But let's go ahead and get on into the Money in the Bank, the thing everybody's really here for. Now, the Money in the Bank match really took me by surprise. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it with both of the women's and the men's going on at the same time through the building to the roof. I think they could have done a lot more on the roof, no lie. But going out throughout the building, it actually became very entertaining partway through. One of my favorite spots, I was laughing my ass off when they came upon Paul Heyman eating, and then Otis is tearing up the sandwich. Fucking Otis has been one of my favorites since he showed up on the scene. Love the way they play his character out. And we move on. The women's part was pretty cool. The whole Dana Brooke thing, getting the fake Money in the Bank thing, I didn't enjoy that part. From a wrestling standpoint, the match was horrible. From an actual wrestling standpoint, the match is horrible. From an entertaining standpoint, the match turned out pretty well and is worth the watch. But let's go ahead and move up. When they did finally make it to the roof, there was a spot. We'll go ahead and... The women's winner was Asuka, which I'm very proud of, very happy with that, because I've always been an Asuka fan. Need to see her back up at the top of the game in the women's division, honestly, I think so. One spot that didn't make sense was Corbin trying to stop Asuka from getting the women's Money in the Bank, and then her kicking him off and then getting it. That didn't make sense to me. Corbin could have climbed there, grabbed his, she grabbed hers, and they both win. Didn't make sense. But regardless, women's Money in the Bank winner for 2020 is Asuka. Very happy with that decision. Now we move on to the men's. The men's Money in the Bank winner took the biggest turn in the world for me. It was the utter shock factor of it. So you have Corbin and AJ going up the ladder at the same time. They both get their hands on the briefcase. They both take it off at the same time. AJ and Corbin are wrestling for it, fumbling back and forth with it, and they have to take control. One of them, whoever gets control of the briefcase, wins. And then out of nowhere, here comes Elias with his feud with Corbin, smacks Corbin in the back with the guitar. The briefcase starts to go in the air. AJ's fumbling for it. The next thing you know, the briefcase falls. And the 2020 men's Money in the Bank winner was none other than Orlito, fucking Otis. Otis still shocks me to say it. Otis is the men's Money in the Bank 2020 winner. That was literally the biggest shock I ever got in a Money in the Bank match. He was literally on there, I thought, for comedic value. Never saw him win it. Never saw him rising through the ranks to Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, sadly, what I think is going to end up happening is I think they're going to do some stupid crap where Otis defends his Money in the Bank to somebody else like they've done in the past and somebody else win it. Sadly, that's what I think. But I really hope they don't do that, and I hope they let Otis get a title win. Or at least get the title match. Whether he wins or not, maybe like he challenges McIntyre for the next pay-per-view and they get on a hell of a match and actually get a real good match going. And, you know, whether he wins or not, I'll be happy with that. But the fact that Otis is Mr. fucking Money in the Bank takes me by surprise and is the biggest shock. The second biggest shock of 2020 behind Edge returning at the Royal Rumble. It's just utterly insane to me. I still like it's like there's no way Otis is Mr. Money in the Bank. But he is. And I'm happy about that. Otis, like I said, is one of my favorites. Glad he's in the WWE. Glad he's Mr. Money in the Bank. I hope they keep pushing him, honestly. But that's all I have for you here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Very good Sunday night. Hadn't had the best weekend. Sorry about the videos not coming up like I figured they were going to be this weekend. Things just didn't plan out right. Had a couple problems with my gut this weekend and some other things going on. So, but I'm glad I'm able to get this video.